number one, I take full responsibility for my big fuck ups.
Yeah.
Like I fucked up beyond measure, that I actually take full responsibility. But thinking about it in hindsight, I couldn't fathom, or I couldn't deal with my parents being unhappy with me. And so I think there's a wound there that I've not faced until this time.
The need for validation from your parents.
Yes.
And especially the missing one from your dad.
That one.
And so when he leaned into accepting this woman, that now
yes.
you internalized it as having been validated, that you made the right choice.
Yes.
So you were narrating how life felt so good when this woman who is almost 2 years older than you is giving you the time of day, and you're working 5 days a week, looking forward to coming home and going to picnics and weekends and drives and cuddling and all the beautiful things.
Bro, my life is on a roll at that time. I mean, at that time, I could not listen to and to keep it. I would never think about IQ Watson. At that time, I'm the smartest of all men.
What?
Amongst men, I'm the man of men.
What?
My life is so good, bro. My life is so good, bro.
People who have listened to your voice notes on YouTube, they are fixated on that particular moment in your life. Why were you not able to unplug what was going on your side? Forget about the pressure coming from your father, from her father, from herself. What was going on with your life? What is this thing that you couldn't grasp, or you thought you could achieve, or you could get, or you could correct in the future? What was going on in your life?
I mean, I've already described it. It was just to please my folks. That's it.
You wanted to please your father?
That's it.
At all cost?
At all cost, bro. That's it. I mean, I'd never got any recognition ever for all the number ones, number twos, ever. Nothing, bro. And then that's when now I start to note that there are things that are not okay. So that's when she tells me, I just want to confess that I've once done an abortion.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you doing, my brother?
How are you, man?
Very well, very well. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah.
Amazing. How's the week been?
It's getting cooler now. The fake fall is coming, but we don't get much of that on the south side.
Okay.
But it's getting cooler. It's now in the 70s and low 80s instead of 190s.
190s, we mean Fahrenheit?
90 degrees. I don't know how much is that in Celsius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's hot. 90s is hot. It's a description hot.
I get it. Somewhere in Gore Island in Senegal.
Yeah.
And man, that place is hot. I felt like I was in a sauna, my guy. It's so hot.
Is it close to the ocean?
Yeah, it's actually in the ocean. It's the last island that all the slaves went to before getting sold. Sort of the auction.
Yeah.
Very hot. Very hot.
Whoa. And humid, obviously, because of the Atlantic.
Extremely humid.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a sauna, literally.
Yeah.
Literally a sauna.
Wow. So, how have you been?
Man, I've been great. This has been one of the best weeks in a long time.
Yeah.
I actually landed a client recently. Or sort of, I've been working on a certain client.
Okay.
They needed AI automation for their law firm.
Your mic, your volume just got better.
Oh, it got better?
Yes.
Okay. Yours is yet to get better. It's a little bit muffled.
Okay. So you said you just landed a new client?
Yeah. I sort of just closed on a very important client.
Nice.
So, like I told you, I'm in the legal industry.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to do a couple of other things on the side.
Yeah.
So one of the things I do is helping law firms and legal departments sort of automate, stuff using AI.
Okay.
So I actually realized that many law firms do not know how to make their own AI agents, especially those that are locally made, not on any OpenAI or online platform.
Yeah.
So I was able to manage to show them how to do that. We created a very good UI stuff, that they can sort of search case law very quickly. They can take up all the documents they've been creating. They can create a share purchase agreement, shareholders agreement in seconds. I mean, in minutes, so to speak.
Wow.
It's been. I mean, it literally brought me back to the game, like on a big level. I mean, this has been one of the best years of my life in many ways.
There it is. The mark of the man is just winning. Winning is where we get it.
Absolutely.
Winning is what keeps us alive.
Absolutely.
I can hear the sprint in your voice and in your steps.
Absolutely. I just feel, that day when I sent you the voice note.
Yeah.
Which is indeed worthy of praise. I mean, I was like, the comments I'm seeing, I'm like, hey, nimelimo kulimo.
I mean, we delayed that thing for almost 3 months before posting.
Exactly. And you know what? I'd actually made it like 2 weeks before I sent it to you.
No way.
Yeah, honestly.
No way.
I'm telling you.
Bro, I'm having goosebumps right now.
I'm telling you, bro.
You sat on it for 2 weeks after you had already recorded it.
I'm telling you, bro. It was that heavy on me. And you know what was very heavy on me was that it was such it was sort of a dilemma moment, because on the one hand, I kind of knew what to do, but then on the other hand, I was held back by all these chains of, hey, this family, there's what we call respect, do not burn the bridges, all those sort of chivalry principles that were tying me down. And I was like, what do I do? And until that point, I remembered something my Buka had told me a very long time ago. He told me, so I said, hey, let me visit the doctor. And that's when I said, drop it to IQ. Let's see what IQ's got to say.
Whoa, bro. What were you having? Information overdose or dissonance?
It was, you see, stress is when you have two very conflicting kind of ideas. You want to do X, but you still want to do Y, right? So I wanted to have peace, all right? Peace, like to pacify everyone in my corner, but at the same time, I wanted to also have peace in my own life, like just mental peace. You understand? Just like being free. You understand? Like you never know the value of freedom until you get into those kind of marriages or those kind of prisons. I mean, you never know. That's the time you realize freedom is so expensive. So expensive. I'd do anything for freedom.
Whoa. What does that say about the married man in 2025? Right now.
These are the characteristics of most married men. Okay, before we even get to the married man, let me kind of ask you a couple of questions that I had, just before I forget them.
Yeah.
So the first is, I just wanted to ask you, like, how did you conceptualize this product of Ask IQ? Was it purely from the perspective of growing the channel, or do you have like a heartfelt need to help the young generation? Like what really made you do this? I mean, for you to sit and listen to my voice note, for you to sit with me for an hour or so, that takes up a lot of sacrifice, my guy. There must be something that has made you do that. And to be fair, very few people ask you that question.
It's a very genuine question, and as you are asking, I have to go back and internalize myself, and I'll go back to when I was even younger than you are. 25, 26. Nobody gave me information. Nobody told me anything. My whole family, my whole clan came together to watch me make a mistake, and nobody said a thing. The men had duct tape over their face, over their mouths.
Exactly.
Because of what we were about to discuss now. What does it say about the married men? Right? The married men cannot say a word.
That's true.
And in the Kikuyu culture, there is this packaging of the young men into marriage.
Yes. Exactly.
And the married uncles are the ones in the front line pushing you to make the same mistakes they made. And they can never tell you what they are going on with their own life.
That's true.
And you look back and you are like, whoa. The most critical age in a man's life, when you need to start building yourself and consolidating everything you have to yourself, is the moment you are being taken out.
That's true.
That critical age, 24, 25, 26, 27, when you are not, at 19, a boy and a girl is at the top of her sexual marketplace value.
That's true.
A 19-year-old boy after high school is at the bottom of his sexual marketplace value.
Absolutely.
And then he started climbing for 5 years until the age of 24. And when there is a smidget of hope, the society comes and tell him, hey, utaoa lini?
And actually, sorry to interrupt you on that. There's a very important point you've said right there. It was the same thing that happened to me. Like literally, like 18, 19, absolutely a nobody. You understand? And then at 22, 23, that's when you like start getting your foot into the corporate world. That's when you kind of understand what the world is, And then by 24, 25, already you've been bombarded the concept of marriage, being told, hey, you see, even William Ruto, he would never have done what he did had he not got married. You see, even that guy, all these guys are married. It shows you that marriage is actually a good thing. But what they don't tell you is that the generations in which they got married and the generation we're living in currently are totally different.
Exactly. I was speaking with a young guy in Britain. He's 30 years old. Has lived there since he was 80 years old.
Yeah.
And he wants what his father had. And he wants somebody who looks like his mother. And I have to bring him to reality, and I say, your mother and your father met 32 years ago before you were born.
Yes.
In a society that upheld the man and protected him from the kyokoto of the woman.
Absolutely.
Because everybody came together to make sure that the woman is put in check. And now even that word, that statement itself now is insulting. It's misogyny, it's women hating, it's chauvinism.
It's what you call the sign language, yeah?
Yes. Shame, insult, guilt, and need to be right. The society came together and put the woman in check.
Yes.
So that the man can thrive.
Yes.
If the father had resources, that man can even marry at the age of 20, 21.
That's true.
Because the mother of the boy is keeping the wife in check.
That's true.
And I told him, you do not have those safety nets for yourself. As much as you admire your parents' relationship. I mean, it was one of the most productive conversations I have ever had with anybody. Because the things I was telling him, he's telling me, hey, George, my father told me exactly the same thing. I'm like, I'm glad now you can listen to your father through my voice.
And that's actually the point. It's so sad that, he's lucky his father is sort of kind of plugged into the realities of the world.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, if you do not have that kind of uncles or fathers around you who are sort of plugged into what the world is now currently and how it views men, it's very likely for you to make mistakes, especially if you're a dude like me who really, really values a family. Because to be honest, family means the world to me. But then I just came to the realization that I can't, it's like what Kanye West said, I can't choose you and choose me too.
Exactly.
You know, there's actually a song to that effect, and it means something totally different when circumstances happen to you.
Yeah. And even that statement that you said, that family means the world to you.
Mm-hmm.
The same scenario I was explaining to this guy at age 30, and I told him his father met his mother that 2 years ago before he was born. The society came together and made sure that the man thrives inside of the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody came together and raised the child. That's where the saying, it takes a village to raise a child, comes from. Everybody kept everybody else's child in check.
That's true.
Family means everything to you because you are looking at your father's family and the dynamics that have worked for him. Except you do not have those dynamics, but you still want the same thing.
So it's a mistake.
It's a pipe dream, because you want to play in the Olympics, but you are handicapped. You are handicapped.
Makes sense.
It looks so glamorous to see human beings flying for 9 seconds on 100 meters.
Mm-hmm.
But you are handicapped.
Mm-hmm. You can't run that 9.58. I think that's the record at the moment.
And so, and it's almost like if I'm narrating the story I gave, the conversation I had with a British guy. Mm-hmm. And so you will have to craft your own rules of engagement to attain a comparable outcome like your parents. Mm-hmm. Where family means everything to your father. It's because of mother and children and the whole community around him. Mm-hmm. Especially his own parents. His own mother put his wife in check. And I was telling him, the only model that is working, that is replicating that old version model, is the Indian model. Because the Indians are still bringing the woman to the mother's house for the mother to keep the woman in check.
Okay. I get it.
You see?
Wow, I get it. Mm-hmm.
The only way for a man to win is if his mother keeps his wife in check, so that he can replicate what his mother and his father had. That is what you are wanting in yourself.
Yeah. IQ. Sorry. Oh, that's a very important point. So based on that logic of your mother needs to keep your woman in check, that means if your wife is very close to her mother, it's impossible for this model to work.
Exactly, because now there will be resistance, there will be struggle, there will be tug of war, there will be tug of war, there will be toughs on mother side and mother-in-law side, and they are exchanging notes and they are comparing notes and they are going behind each other and they are completely destroying the essence of what you're trying to create. It cannot work.
I get it. So the only way then that your mother can control or keep your woman in check is if there's something about your family that your woman admires.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, Kibe used to make these jokes when he says that if you have a wife, even when her parents call, and she answers the phone and it's her own father, she had the phone. She say, "Hey, Dad, wait, talk to my husband. Tell him those things, and then he will tell me those things," so that she can completely cut the links with her former self to create her own family under the guidance of this new family that she has joined. but we don't have that. So we will want perfect family. Family means the world to us, but we are not crafting the new rules to get us to that outcome. And so now, let me go back now to answering your question. I looked at the dynamics of what the young man is faced with, and I realized, after listening to thousands of conversations, I realized the only missing link is information.
Yeah, true.
And so, my only product is give the young man the information he needs before he can craft the rules of engagement with the other side. Because the manosphere for 20 years, they have been fixated on equipping the young man to change a woman. You cannot change a woman. You do not have what you do not have what it takes to change a woman.
True.
And more importantly, a woman needs no changing. There is nothing wrong with a woman. A woman is not broken. A woman is not deficient. If you find yourself with the wrong woman, you 100% of the time are the problem. You are with the wrong woman. That is somebody else's woman.
I get it.
So the burden of proof still goes back to the man. Do not engage without the information.
I get it.
Because now we are going to talk for 2 hours and we are going to find out that the only thing you needed is information on how to craft your own rules of engagement with this woman. But the moment you are denied the power to create those rules of engagement, then you have been disarmed. Because responsibility without authority is slavery.
Slavery, servitude, I agree.
Yes.
I get it.
You found yourself, and we're going to talk about it, you found yourself with a very big dog that you cannot control.
That's true.
Because you were in an environment where you could not craft your own rules of engagement. Because this is somebody else's woman, not yours.
I get it.
You know, I was thinking about this conversation earlier. And I was estimating you are 29 years old?
Yes, I am 29.
And I was saying, I'm going to tell that guy something and he's going to throw up. And here it is. Here it is. Your future wife is 19 years old. She's still a teenager.
Wow. Okay, why so? Tell me. I'd love to hear your logic.
That is the only person who is compatible with you. They are 19 now when you are 29. You will meet them when you are 34 and she'll be 23. She'll be 24. It does not matter how you move the scale. The beautiful ones are not yet legal.
I got the point.
Because you, more than anybody else, you know what you need to succeed in a relationship. You need a woman who is malleable.
Yes.
You need a woman who is agreeable. You need a woman who is more than willing to follow your instructions.
Yes.
You need a woman who is more than willing to submit to you.
Absolutely.
You need a woman who is more than willing to respect you.
Exactly.
And you need a woman who is more than willing to honor you.
That's it.
All the things that you have been denied in this wrong relationship.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Where is that woman? She's not 24, she's not 25, she's not 26. Today, she is 18 or 19. We can slice and dice it all we want, and we can use the guillotine of the feminist to beat ourselves down, but those are the realities.
I get it.
Somebody who is going to submit to you, somebody who is going to honor you, somebody who is going to respect you, somebody who is going to follow your instructions, somebody who is going to obey you, is not somebody who is older than you. I remember either in a text, you told me that that woman was older than you.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I actually sent you a very detailed voice note to that effect. And the reason why I sent you voice notes, I've sent you a couple of pictures as well, a couple of screenshots as well, is so that I be as transparent as possible. And I'll sort of give you a story that's very analogical to this fact. Yeah, sort of we can use an analogy to that. It's like these people who come and lie to lawyers, and lawyers go to court and they're surprised by certain things. So the reason why I sent you all these things was like, hey, I need to be as transparent as possible so that the doctor can prescribe the right prescription for me without any form of hiding. So the truth is, the lady was actually older than me, and that's a fact.
By how many years?
By 1 year and 4 months.
So 2 years.
Yeah. However you want to call it.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's already 30 today.
Yeah, she's actually, she's 30 already. I should be 31 in a couple of months.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, get it.
Yes. She's 2 years older than you.
Hey,
bro, you could be the same age. She is still too old for you. You are 29 and she's 29. She's 10 years older than you. Because at 19, she was at the top of her sexual market value. You were at the bottom.
Exactly.
What have you been doing for 9 years versus what have she been doing for the last 9 years? That is the actual age. You do not have access to the experiences that she has had in the last 9 years. At very least, you could not attain those experiences until the age of 25 at the earliest.
That's true.
She got those free accesses at 18. The thing that keeps a relationship is memories. Building, you have heard people say creating memories together.
Yes.
She have created all the memories you would wish to create with her before you met her. All of them. All of them. All of those memories she has already created before you said hello. So, remove her from your life and put a 19-year-old in the same time frame. The kind of memories you would create together with this new person. This is why our grandparents were so successful in marriages. Because of the age difference. And if I don't explain it from here, somebody else is going to fly a pan. Here is the mathematic.
Okay, go ahead.
When you are 29, you have spent 10 years building yourself.
That's true.
So that you can rise to the top of the sexual marketplace value. Your high value-ness as a man. So that you now can participate in equal footing with a woman who is at the top of her sexual market value at the age of 19. In crude language, at 29, now you can afford to buy what she is selling. But took you 9 years to do that. 9 years ago, you could not afford what she is bringing to the sexual market value, to the sexual marketplace. So for a man, you have to build yourself for 10 years, at the very least, so that you can rise to the level where she already was when she was barely a teenager. So, if it took you 10 years to match the value of a 19-year-old, how many 29-year-olds do you think she has gone through? That is the true measure.
Many.
So what is this new thing? You as a 29-year-old, 10 years too late, are coming to teach a 29, a 30-year-old woman who has had 29-year-olds 20, 25, 30 times over. Your energy is wasted in the wrong places. It's that simple.
I get you.
It's wasted resources on the wrong person. Now, in your unique situation, she is also from a very rich family. So her own father gave her a lot of those experiences as a daughter. And you do not have the same experiences at a comparable age on your own side of the family. You are on day one on the back footing. There is no catching up, bro, for a man. Not in a relationship, only in solitude. Only in solitude. Which is why, and this is not the topic, which is why every time a man gets character developed, they withdraw and they reset and they gravitate towards bettering themselves instinctively, which is where you are right now. That pain is the one that gives you development. The character development. And men need that. Consciously, unconsciously, men gravitate towards situations that will give them character development, whether they know it or not, because nature is designed so. This pain you are going through is premeditated by the universe.
It had to happen.
Inevitably, it had to happen, because it's not sustainable for you to have so much highs without any development.
That's true. That's so true. In fact, that's the summary of the conversation. And if there's anything I actually have been thinking about lately, is the fact that, if you look at my trajectory, whether it's career-wise or, my investments, wherever I'm making them, there are just so many highs that I've had. And this is like the worst failure I've had. I can't remember a time when I failed an exam. Everything I've been passing fasting. But this one, vizuri sana. No. And I think it's one of those experiences that had to happen to make me know that I'm just but a human being.
Exactly. You have to be shaped through pain and fire and panel beating for you to be the man that the universe needs you to be.
I get it.
So
I get it.
Whether you want it, whether you fight it, the character development have to come together. The character and the development. You cannot have development and escape the character.
That's true.
So the universe conspires against you.
Wow. Stop.
To face the pain, bro. To face the pain. And real quickly, let me tell you one small story before you start telling me yours properly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have this client of mine, a billionaire family. The woman is the one who is more my customer than the man. And they have now 3 adult children. The girl just became an adult.
Yeah.
And one of the sons graduated right during the lockdown in 2020, 2021. And he was able to enter into private equity and venture capitalism very quickly and succeed immensely. And he has been having 4 years of nothing but wins, opening businesses in Houston, in Florida, in New York, moving to Switzerland and
New Zealand,
England, and another country I cannot remember which. They are growing like wheat. This is the mother telling me the story. And then she told me, George, this is not sustainable. I want him to fail. He has to fail. This is not good. Because if that wind get into him without the character development, he will think that is how real life is designed. That is too much win for a man.
I get it.
He has to fail, and I wish and I hope he fails quickly so that he can reset from the pain and from the lessons and iterate. And so now he solidifies his wins with the difficulties and hindrances because he has had none. That's where you are now. You will make the best father, you will make the best husband, you will make the best man in the society.
I tell you, for a fact, without a doubt.
So, do you want us to go back now to the beginning of the story?
Okay. So, how do you want us to start? Did you want me to sort of just take you through the various steps that I took towards Abyss, or do you want
No, from where she and probably you have not discovered that yet until we have this conversation. She targeted you. She did not have a complaint because of your farm. She did not have a complaint because she was not well served. It was micro-targeting. You probably have or have not figured that yet. This had.
Did you want to start with that?
Yes. So let's start there.
Okay.
She came. You served her. We don't want the details of that. And then she turned around and complained.
Yes. So I start there.
Yes, please.
Okay, great. So we met, of course, in the context of work, and at the time when we met, it was way back in I think October 2023. Yeah. Man, at that time I was at the high of highs. I had just made a couple of good bets in terms of certain investments. I mean, my life was on a bliss. And I remember when I served her, she of course had a lot of complaints about the way certain things were done, or the way she received a certain payment, because of course I'm in that technology space. And then I was able to sort of answer her questions definitively, so her complaints kind of ended. And then we had sort of a period when we did not speak until I commented on one of her statuses. And one of her statuses was, I think she was in a car somewhere in Limuru, those plush tea bushes. You know how plush they look, yeah? That's when I commented, and then we started to converse. So our conversations, of course, progressed, and then, of course, I asked her out, and then, we can have a back and forth chat. until sometime in the last week of December, when of course I took her on a date, and then after the date, of course, we went home, etc. I've never had problems with closing the deal, so to speak. So I closed the deal that same night, and then she came back and told me, she sort of was cold, and then she told me, "Oh, you should know better. You're a mature man. You don't take women home on the first night. You did not teach me any respect. You should ask me out as your girlfriend before anything else." And that, of course, led me to me asking her to be my girlfriend. I remember it was 1st of January 2024. And
What?
I remember that because
What?
it was the beginning of my
What?
problems.
What?
That is the story, bro.
You were herded like a cattle.
Yes.
You were nudged to the right direction.
Yes.
You were being told there is a step here you missed. Go back and come to that after she had slept with you.
Yes.
And if we dial back a little bit, when she complained, she complained in an email.
Yes. Very nasty email.
To a law firm.
No, not to a law firm. You know, I really don't want to disclose what company it is, but it's a tech company.
Let's call it to the consultancy.
Yes.
So, question number one, why would she complain in her person?
Because she was supposed to receive a certain amount that did not go the way she wanted. She did not want to pay taxes.
So, she can't have somebody officially complaining on her behalf to a consultancy?
No, she was a client. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a client. So when she received less money than she was supposed to, she of course came back and said, "Hey, why didn't you pay me XYZ?" And of course I had to explain, certain taxes that you have to pay in Kenya.
Did she get any more money?
No, we didn't give her any more money.
So she did not have a valid reason to complain.
Exactly. Yes.
So the complaint was not the basis of the contact. That is where the micro-targeting of you started.
Okay.
And then you led yourself to the slaughter when you started watching her Instagram update, WhatsApp updates.
Yes.
And the first day you met, she agreed to sleep with you. And then from that point on, she rewound the clock and told you, you should know better. You should formally ask me to be a girlfriend and treat me better with respect. Can you do that now? And January 1st, you were compelled to do that.
Exactly.
It's like watching a movie in hindsight. You were the ideal candidate for her. And she manipulated you in a relationship and guilted you. The same sign language. Shame, insult, guilt, and they need to be right. And now, for some weird reason, you felt compelled to comply.
Yes.
And this is where I say, as a lawyer, you should know better.
I should have known better, man. That was my blunder.
There was so much success, there is so much gain at risk for you to just be blinded by a petty, fixatious complaint. And you autocorrected it by complying. I don't know what kind of fear, what you thought preemptively that was at stake. And you had to insert yourself as the cushion for the damage. And then you became the damage.
I'm actually trying to play back that moment, because it's a very significant moment in my life, to be honest. I really wanted that relationship to work, as I had it in my head that we would be very good together. That's what I had thought at that time.
When you first saw her, you liked her.
Yeah. So at that time I had like many babes. All right. So
Yeah.
she wasn't like the only one I was seeing, to be fair and to be honest. But there was something about her beyond the looks. It's not even about the looks. Just like we just had very good conversations together. Like we could talk for like 2-3 hours. And in my head I thought relationships are about conversations. I can know that for sure.
What?
Fucked up, bro.
You led yourself to the slaughter, bro. So, let me ask you something. When you're saying you have many babes, do you have a type?
Yeah, of course. Oh man, I've had many girls, but my type is always like a woman who is of course physically attractive. Like she has to be like light skinned and of course have certain curves. But beyond the beauty itself, there's sort of a conversation thing that gets into me, like a woman who can talk. And I'm saying this because I managed to have like a couple of Rwandese and Burundian girls, and that's usually the problem. Like they simply cannot converse. They just comply what you tell them to do, and that's it. So my type is more or less like beautiful, and of course one that can converse. Or that was my type at that moment. Of course now my order has changed. Now it's like you have to be young fast. But by that time, youth and age was not a factor at all.
So, sapiosexual.
Yes.
And what was your age limit at the time? The babes you had, what were their age range?
Most of them were like in the mid-20s, early 20s. So the thing about me is this was actually the first lady that I'd got from the context of work.
Yeah.
Most of the ladies I've had in my life are not ladies who I get in the context of work. Actually, they're people I've never known. Most of the times I'm just in a supermarket and I see a very beautiful lady and just walk up to her and tell her, hey, I think you're beautiful. When are you free? Let's go for dinner. I'm not afraid of like rejection that way. I'm like, most of the girls I had at that moment specifically were ladies that got that way. And
Yeah.
I had like a rotation of like 4 girls.
So she was out of the ordinary.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the word. She was not like all the others.
And she only qualified because of the sapiosexual aspect.
100% correct. Nothing else.
And with that also came with age and experience and some narcissistic controlling nature that you completely overlooked.
Yes. So in summary, what happened is she was more intelligent than the rotation I had at that moment.
Exactly.
And in my head, I kind of felt like that sapiosexual nature overrides everything else. It was like sapiosexual and everything else is thrown to the carbs, all right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know that it's actually the other way around. It's like youth, it's like the world it has so much, the world has so many women. It's impossible. It's actually insane to have such kind of a lady in your corner when the world is full of all these people and the world has so much of abundance. But of course, like you said, the mistake had to be made.
Man, if it's any consolation, you made it in your 20s. So
What do you mean?
You made the mistakes in your 20s, so you still have a lot of time to recover.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
Yeah. So she cajoles you into asking her formally, so that now
Yes.
you can squarely be her boyfriend. This is January
Yes.
of 2023?
2024.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, so of course I do the mistake. I ask her out, and then when I ask her out, something happens. She like cries, and of course, she tells me she's been looking forward to such kind of a day. All the men she's dated have either left her or have not been serious about her, but I'm the first person, that has been serious and has taken her to that level. And of course, at that time, man, I'm just blown away. At that time, I'm not thinking anymore. Like literally, my head is just gone. I'm not thinking. I'm not asking myself who are these people she's talking about, or why did these other men who are clearly older than I am decide to leave that house. Like I'm not even asking myself those kind of questions. And of course, man, the first month is like paradise, bro. It's like, dude, we are, the conversations are flowing. She's coming maybe over the weekend. I'm working Monday to Friday. I'm feeling so motivated. I'm like, dude, can life be this good, bro? I could not believe my eyes, to be honest, as of that time. But of course, I'm about to get the shockers of my life. But anyway, I give you space to comprehend that.
In normal setting, in very regular normal human beings,
Mm-hmm.
the way you know what is a woman's body count is just in getting her in a conversation and listening to the story she tells. Because every story is attached to a man. Every story is attached to a body count.
Yes, correct. Oh my, that's so true.
She is telling you up front about the men and prompt, and you didn't catch anything.
I didn't, bro.
I was in a space the other day, and there is this educated idiot called Abdurrahman.
What does he do?
He is a medic of some kind.
Okay.
But he's like this blue pill that thinks they get lucky when they get a woman. And he married a woman who is closer to his mother's age than his own age.
Oh, okay.
And in his innocence, he says that he counts himself lucky that a woman who have dated better men, more richer men, more good-looking men, more taller men, more educated men than him still agreed to settle with him. Bro, his own words.
So he does not understand. He's the weakest of them all.
He is counting himself lucky.
Okay.
The first time I heard the blue pill man being explained, it was a conversation Kibe was having with Lolo Tomasi. And they were discussing Jeff Bezos. At the time, he had just been divorced. This is 2022, August, September. I was in Kenya. And Lolo Tomasi was telling Kibe that blue pill men, they count themselves lucky just to be with a woman, any woman. And now, you look at Abdurrahman, he is saying, he count himself lucky to marry for a woman who has been with better, richer, good-looking, taller men than him and still agree to settle with him. That is Abdurrahman. Okay? Bezos, with all the money in the world, count himself lucky when a woman who has been married 3 times, has 2 different baby daddies, agrees to settle with him. He is counting himself lucky. Bezos, Abdurrahman, same WhatsApp. He could score any woman on this planet, and he has access to the entire planet. Literal access to the whole planet.
True.
But he settles for that danguro. This guy went to Alliance High School, went to University of Nairobi, studied some form of medicine, should be at the top of his high valueness. But because he is so blue pill, he counts himself lucky that a retired midfielder is agreeing to settle with him. Whether that statement is Abdurrahman or Bezos, same WhatsApp. So you were narrating how life felt so good when this woman who is almost 2 years older than you is giving you the time of day, and you're working 5 days a week, looking forward to coming home and going to picnics and weekends and drives and cuddling and all the beautiful things.
Bro, my life is on a roll at that time. I mean, at that time, I could not listen to and to keep it. I would never think about IQ Watson. At that time, I'm the smartest of all men. You know, amongst men, I'm the man of men. You know?
Wow.
My life is so good, bro. My life is so good, bro. You know, like before she'll come, she'll cook all these pancakes and you know, like all these things, you know, things I've never seen before, man. Like that was the first time I remember seeing how a croissant is cooked. It was cooked in the house, huh? Hey, bro, she's even buying like utensils, you know, stuff in the kitchen, bro. You know, she's like, oh, you don't even have to struggle about how to build stuff or do all these things. You just use this thing. You know, dude, my life is good, bro. But whenever women are praising you, or whenever you think you're doing really good, that's the slippery times of your life. And that's what I've learned. And I've also learned the way a relationship starts, almost the way it will end.
So did you know they were called croissants before you used to call them croissants?
Yeah. Of course. I'd actually eaten them a couple of times. I remember the first time I took that almond croissant was, I think it was the first time when I joined a proper big organization that, of course, I can tell you outside of this space, but, you know, that was the first time I ate it, bro. And I've never felt something as sweet as that in my life. I was like, dude, my life is changing, bro. Right before my eyes, man.
I imagine her wearing an apron to cook just for drama. And she has all the right equipment for mixing the dough. And she's inviting you to taste if the consistency is perfect.
Yes. And the way she cooked the food, you know, the way she should pretend to listen to me, etc. Oh my God, I was out, bro. I was Fiocota, bro. I was, you know, the negere. I was out of this world, my guy.
And these things are happening in your house.
Yes, bro.
So that's why she's even buying the necessary equipment and utensils so that she can perform for you.
Yes, correct. And then, on the other hand, do not forget, at work, I'm also like winning, you know?
Yes.
It's like proper wins. Like at work, I remember we were doing a certain, you know, private equity deal, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And the deal just went through, bro. So I'm smiling all the way to the bank, all the way to the office, all the way home. dude, like at that time, I was infallible.
Where?
I was the man.
If Adrokibe had showed up at that time, you'd have slapped him to hell.
Who is
Eh?
Kibe?
Misogynist, women hater, chauvinist.
Yes, how can women be bad and you can steal the things that she's doing to me? What are you talking about? My guy, we even on Sundays we started going to church. And that's how I stopped dating my rotation. So that I even stopped dating the women I was dating.
Where? You had to be spiritually guilted from promiscuity.
Yes, that is not promiscuity. You don't do promiscuous stuff at that time, bro. Yeah.
Orchestra.
Bro.
Where? You were headed to church so that you can shed off the competition spiritually.
Yes. And for some reason, every time we went to church, there were always these topics of like, family and love and like connection and like divinity. This is divine. My guy, I was like, dude, this is it.
Holy moly. You had no chance, bro.
No chance, bro.
You had no chance. Okay, how long did that honeymoon last?
So, an important point during the honeymoon period. So now during the honeymoon period, her birthday is actually in February. All right?
Uh-huh.
So, I decide, hey, I'm gonna take you to one of these exclusive. So because of the clients that I've had in my life, I was able to like get a proper deal.
Yes.
In a place called Rainer Watch. Rainer Watch is a very good hotel. In Nyeri, in some place around Muiga Nyeri. I mean, when you come to Kenya, you can visit the place. One of the best places you can go to in Nyeri, my guy. Like good place, like exquisite. So I told her, for your birthday, I want to take you right there. All right?
To Rhino Watch.
Rhino Watch. It's called Rhino Watch in here. Very exclusive place. Very nice place. Extremely gorgeous. So she tells me in passing, since you'll be taking me to a hotel in Mary, why don't we go home? All right? Why don't we go to your home? All right? Just to say hi to your parents.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, dude. I was like, oh, it doesn't harm. I mean, everything is showing me this is a place to go, right? The honeymoon is there. Everything is okay. Like this is how a man becomes a man in my head.
Wow. The idea of taking a girl to your parents is being given to you by the girl.
Yes.
And you did not see any red flag there.
I did not.
You were like, by the way, sababu ni hapo tu karibu. Ni salamu tu sio mambo mingi. So this is February, and you head to Moiga.
Yes.
And on the way there, had you told your parents that you are going?
Yeah. So I usually go to see them maybe every week or thereabouts. At that time, I was going to see them a lot.
Okay.
Right? Maybe every 2-3 weeks thereabouts.
Yeah.
So at that time, we had no issues. Just told them, hey, I'm coming home, and I'm actually gonna bring you, a visitor.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them it's someone. Just said, hey, this girl, I think she's doing well. I just want you to meet her, and that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything else.
You're 27 at the time.
Yes. At the time, I'm 27.
Man. Did they invite other people, or it was just your parents?
No, it was just my parents.
Okay.
It's just my parents. So of course we went home. Things were okay. And then of course, later on, my dad called me and said, "Hey, we really liked, we really appreciate the fact that you're becoming a man. All right, really appreciate the fact that you're thinking about your future, and we really like the girl because, of course, she brought them gifts and handbags and wallets and all that.
Where? Tupitie tu tuwasalimie, but alikuwa amejipanga.
No, kuhitokea tu.
Bro, you were in a simulation.
Bro, I'm in a Airbus A330 simulator.
And you are going to understand why I asked you, did your parents invite other people, or it was just them? Because when it came for the turn to go to her parents, what happened there?
Okay, so now what happened is of course now when my dad called and he was like, "Oh, this is the time. We really appreciate the fact that you're becoming a man. We really like that girl, etc." I told him, "Okay, it's fine, but let's give it some time."
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is I went home on one of the Saturdays.
Yeah.
And when I went home, of course, now, we had a conversation. And I made the case that we should give this relationship time. It was still very early and it could happen. And we should wait and see the outcome of it. But of course, wait. I told, and of course he said, "Why should we wait?" And I told him, one, I have other plans for the year. I wanted to do a master's, that year. I also was launching a certain business at that time that needed a lot of my concentration. So I was like, no, I can't do it because of the business and the master's. Mm-hmm. And of course, my dad was like, "I told you to do this master's 7 years ago. Why didn't you do it 5-7 years ago? There is no other time that's better than this one. This is the girl for you, etc." So at that time, to be honest, I acquiesced. And that was my blunder.
Man. He is a one-man society. He is pushing you to marriage.
Yes.
The uncles have not even been called in yet.
No, there's no uncle at this time.
And he's guilting you that you should have done your master's 7 years ago.
Yes.
At 27, when your life is now finally shaping in your favor. The first order of the day is to hand you to marriage.
That's it, bro.
What is wrong with us, bro?
Sorry, say that again?
What is wrong with us?
What is wrong with what?
The society, our culture.
Oh, yeah. It's actually, and at that time he's saying that, of course, it wasn't like a one-day thing. It was like that day when I went home, it was calls after calls. It was, it was just so much pressure. I just acquiesced, to be honest.
Man.
But I didn't know at that time that society has conspired against men, especially driving men at our age to mess us up seriously.
Especially the man who is doing well at 27. The one who should be protected from the woman is the one being added to the woman.
Exactly.
Man. So he applies the pressure on you.
Yes.
And then
serious pressure.
And then she supplements the pressure.
Yes.
And every time one of them is speaking, in your head you are like, hiya, the other one was telling me the same thing. To you now, you internalize it.
It's like you know me.
Man!
It's like, dude, the pressure is insane, bro. it's home, and I mean, even my social will call me. What are you saying, bro?
Ereure! Nyorakemenya nyokinyete nekwenda tushushu. He harakisha itanage kora muno.
Niki kingirenda. Wina besha. Niki kingirenda.
My goodness.
Bro. And that's how we went for our introductions.
To her home.
Yes.
So let's go back to Moiga. Is this the same time where you suggested the rhino, what do you call it? The rhino spot?
Rhino watch.
The rhino watch.
Yes.
Is it the same time that she told you that they have access to Mount Kenya Country Club?
No. That's way later.
Okay.
That's way later.
Okay.
Yeah, that's way later.
Because I remember you saying that you chose the best place you could access, but she was not impressed. Or did I get it wrong in the voice note?
Yeah. That's another place in Diani.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another place. I mean,
Okay.
my guy, the devil has not finished with me.
I've been to Diani. There's very good places there, like the cave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Kenyan coast has many impressive tourist destinations. Yeah, luckily I've been to most of them now. Crazy. So
now the whole side of your family is bombarding you with phone calls and Kikuyu guilting to get married.
Yes. Kohikania.
You know the excuse they used to give when we were growing up in the 80s and 90s? That when a young man goes to the city, he has to be hardened to get married. Dagatwike borere.
What's borere?
Borere is like the lost one. Yes.
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
That one. That precise one.
Okay.
And because now the danger is niego tuika kiobani.
As if it's a bad thing.
As if it's a bad thing to be a heartbreaker. Which is where the strength of the man should be, so that he can balance off the heartbreaking with the character development.
Exactly. Dude, you know how I wish I had a guy like you in my 20s, bro. In my mid-20s. You need that. You need exactly that. Because life is so hard, bro.
It's in that controlled environment where you are heartbreaking girls and other girls are character developing you that you get to understand women.
Yes.
In American culture, it is so encouraged. They have crafted it into the culture of high school. With the homecoming queen and the first dance and all these events that are supposed to bring young men and girls together so that they can size and figure each other out. So they can give each other an opportunity to understand what this gender is about, and so that the men can get character developed.
Exactly.
In that controlled environment.
Exactly.
Our culture demonizes that and say nyogo tuika kiubani, nyogo tuika borere.
Exactly.
And now you are hardened into marriage without information and without experience.
Exactly. And also note, they also don't ask questions to the lady. You know, it's like it's always the man, you know, getting married. The woman has no fault whatsoever.
Yep.
All right. So of course we'll be asked many questions like, what do you intend to do with our daughter? What do you do X, Y, and Z? But on the other hand, when ladies go to a dude's house, they always accept it fully, 100%, no questions asked.
Yeah.
The innocent age.
Imagine if we had a culture where we question the woman, who she has been with and where she has been.
Imagine.
we would reset the women to chastity. What they call it? Justice.
Yeah, being chaste.
Yes.
Chastity.
Chastity.
Yeah.
Now the man is thrown to the wolves to figure it out on his own without information, and he has been denied experience.
Yes, and especially that point of your thought. I remember being sad, during that those early conversations. It was like women are all the same, and I was given the analogy of a cup. There's a white cup, there's a blue cup, there's all these kind of cups, but all the cups are the same. In other words, what I was being told is, achana na wasichana wengine, they're all the same, focus na huyu.
Men.
But you see, what they don't tell you as a dude is that women are actually not the same. There's a woman who's good in converse. There's a woman who will be very good in bearing children. But there's another woman who will just be good for that fun, nothing else. And it's not the same.
Did your grandfather have multiple wives?
No, he had not.
But so that one is twice. That one is twice removed for you. Because what you just described right there is what our grandparents used to have. My own grandparents on both sides. There was Mutumia, the mother of the children. There was Mokawa Awa, the woman of my father. And then there was Dari, which is now translated into Gashungwa. The young woman who accompanies him into functions. Now you are being told all women are the same. But our grandparents knew all women are not the same, and they do not perform the same function.
They knew intuitively.
The one who gives you children does not give you sex. That's why sex dies in marriage.
True.
The one who gives you sex does not want any other commitment.
True.
And the one who wants to be seen with you only wants you for the good times.
That's true.
That's why the Kikuyus had the saying, Moka mokoro ashokagirwo na maithori. The wife, Motumia, the mother of the children, she is the homestead queen. And if the man is out of his luck, the Gashugwa, the Dari, does not want that situation. She only wants the situation when the man is doing well. That's where the saying comes, Mokuru ashokagiro na maidori. When things go south for the man, there is always the Mutumia at home.
Fallback.
Yes.
The fallback. I get it.
Yes. But now your generation, your lineage is twice removed from that experience. So your father did not have two wives, and his father did not have two wives. So
yes,
your father never saw those dynamics.
That's true.
So the first one he saw, this one is it. All women are the same. Disregard the 22-year-old, the 24-year-old, the 26-year-old. Settle for the one who is older than you. Imagine a whole society coming together to encourage a young man at the age of 27 to marry a 29-year-old woman.
Yes. At that time, there's nothing you can tell them otherwise. And if you try to do that, there's something they do, by the way. I don't know that you know this tactic. They'll pull up a Bible verse and they'll make it apply to your situation, however remote it is. All right? They'll just say Jonah versus something,
They will come up with the worst situation that happened to an abstract person, and they say, this is your fate.
Exactly.
If you miss this one, there is no other one.
Yeah, and then there's also something they'll play. There's a card they'll play, and the card is mwanake mwega na thikagiriria kirira keite na thikagiriria kirira kia nyina na mataro maite. Right? That is the man, a good son listens to the cries of the mom and also the advice of the father.
Yeah.
So now you actually now made to feel, you are now guilt tripped to the point where you're like, maybe there's something wrong with how I'm seeing things.
Yes.
All right? Because I was like, maybe I'm wrong. You understand? Like, I'm not wrong on work. I'm not wrong on clients. I'm not wrong on any other issue about my life. But on this one, I am very wrong. And maybe I should listen.
And then,
that's where the facts.
On top of that, if you resist, they tell you that the city has damaged you.
Yes, correct.
The city that has built you to fast forward your wins and your gains and your achievements at such an early age is now being used as a negating factor when you do not listen to the cajoling of these people who are so invested in the wrong marriage than you are.
Yes,
exactly. And if you interrogate it, right, just between me and you as Kikuyus, why would parents want their son to marry another woman when all parents want from their son is a grandchild? Why would they want him to get it from another woman? What information are they not having? The fertility is in the youth. The only thing parents want from their sons is grandchildren. Why are they so hell-bent on an older woman to potentially provide that? What was happening there? Why were they so blinded? What is this other thing that is so blinding to them? They were willing to override that fact.
Okay, so one, I think one, of course, is information asymmetry, right? I mean, what I know now, what you know now, is not what they know or they knew at that moment. But beyond that, there is also the point of them not sort of looking beyond the drama, because of course, when a girl comes, she comes, she tells you the things she's doing. I actually remember one of the things my dad told me is that she's very smart. My dad told me she's very smart, so she's actually a very good woman for you. She's very smart. She'll give you smart children. She'll guide you, or she'll be your helper, kind of talk. And then, of course, there's that point where he kept asking me, hey, where does this lady come from? Where does this lady come from? And of course, I could tell that there's a feeling in him that I had got married to the right family. The right family in the sense of the way she described her dad as being God-fearing and all those things, and also him being a man of means and equally a man of stage in society. So that's what I thought are the things that made them override everything else. In my estimation, I could be wrong, there could be other factors, but I think those are the main ones.
Are your parents religious?
Very, extremely.
Had you stopped going to church at some point in your 20s?
Man, yeah. I actually don't go to church. I was not going to church at that time.
And then she goes home and tells them that she has managed to take you back to church.
I think so, yeah.
Winner. Eh? Now they are a team against you.
Bro, I was the enemy of the people.
Oof.
And in as much as I, number one, I take full responsibility for my big fuck ups.
Yeah.
Like I fucked up beyond measure, that I actually take full responsibility. But thinking about it in hindsight, I couldn't fathom, or I couldn't deal with my parents being unhappy with me. And I think when I sort of reflect on my life journey, it's always been performance. We always interact from that point. It's like, be the best student.
Yeah.
Being 1, 2, 3, there's no like there were no excuses whatsoever anywhere.
Yeah.
And in in fact, the days when I feel very, very insecure, when, let's say, my boss gives me certain comments to my documents, I'm like, I can spend the night there just fixing it. And I think there's a wound that comes with knowing that you're only as good as your performance. There's no personal relationship like that. I don't know whether you get. So
100%, bro. I understand it very well.
There's something there that made me make the decisions I've made. The feeling of I have to make my parents happy, I have to make them proud at all costs. All right, I have to be number one. That's not enough still, because I never had my dad tell me good job, like ever. And dude, I was like, a dude was becoming like top of tops, bro. And still it'd be like, it's not enough. There's a problem here, and then there. So I think there's a wound there that I've not faced until this time.
Wow. The need for validation from your parents.
Yes.
And especially the missing one from your dad.
That one.
And so when he leaned into accepting this woman, that now you internalized it as having been validated, that you made the right choice.
Yes.
In the glaring evidence of all the wrong things in front of your eyes.
Yes.
That's how much you needed his validation.
That's how much I needed it, bro.
My goodness. And I know much of that you have shared it in the voice note. He is the one forcing you and pushing you to go ahead with planning the meetup in the girl's home. This was done around December?
No.
June.
This is in April. There's usually the first Kona Mushi first.
Yes.
All right. So in April now we go, we see Mushi, or we see home, however you want to translate it into English. And then that's when now I start to note that there are things that are not okay in this. That sense of the honeymoon comes to an end very, very quickly. And it comes to an end because, one, she confesses to me one day, she asks me things like, is there anything you want to tell me? And of course, I always know that when a woman asks you a question like that, there's always something she wants to tell you. That's why she's asking you to say something fast so that she can pull hers quite slithering, right?
Yeah.
So that's when she tells me, I just want to confess that I've once done an abortion.
Whoa. This is when you are preparing to go to her parents' house.
No, this is after we've gone.
After you have gone.
Now we've gone. Now it's now forming the home or waiting for rationale.
My gosh. You are now at the point of no return.
Yes.
And she's preparing you for the future of the possibility of not having children.
That's it.
She's almost 2 years older than you, and you have still not woken up. Nothing. There's no enough voltage that is resuscitating you. Have you seen them in the movies when they're trying to resuscitate somebody with a jolt of voltage?
Uncountable times, my guy. Uncountable times, my guy.
Nothing. You flatlining.
Nothing, bro. Nothing, bro. But that one makes me start asking questions. And then that's when now I start to interrogate. Now, I'm like, okay. And then now she, it's not in one meetup where she tells me certain things, but there are now certain things I come to learn. The fact that, number one, she's done an abortion. Of course, her body count is, she always told me, oh, it's about 10. But then when I count all the stories, etc., I'm like, but it told me X, Y, and Z, and Z, and Z, and Z. And then the numbers, they don't add up.
Whoa.
All right. And then now there's something else that happens, which is like she starts to reveal certain very, very narcissistic types, of control, like of wanting to control you, your movements, what you're doing, snooping on your phone, snooping on your emails, to the extent where she can get into your phone and literally delete someone's message, and it was very funny. I was trying to look for someone's number and I couldn't find it on my phone at all. Then when I went to blocked numbers, I saw it there, and I knew that's not me.
She is solidifying the base.
Exactly. And I think the equally strokes, they always say there's a stroke that breaks the camel's back, but I think it's usually death by 1,000 cuts. It's always like a bad statement, improper judgment, something you shouldn't say. But I think there's this time when I was actually very sick, and I was sick with a cold and flu. So for me, when I'm sick, I don't eat. So I just fast it out, and the sickness will go. Of course, if you're young, in your 20s, you eat well, you hit the gym from time to time, it's impossible for you to be that sick of a flu, all right? So I just decided I will not eat. Then what she does is she tells me, no problem, if you don't want to take medicine, let me give you some water. So when I taste the water, I'm like, there's something about this water that's not okay. So it turns out she's put flu medication in the water. And when I ask her, she's like, oh, I just wanted you to get healed. All right? And that's when I knew I'm in a very, very dangerous space. Gosh. If someone can put something in your water. I mean, that's just out of this world. I'd never do that to anyone. I've never thought about that kind of a thing, except to put in a child who simply can't make their own decision.
My goodness. How did you look at her after she admits to have put medicine in your drink? How was that moment?
We just did not talk for 4 days. I just thought.
The betrayal, bro.
Yeah, bro.
She found you as an adult, and that is your mechanism to fight infections.
Exactly.
And she now wants to mess with that.
Yes. And I took there's an echo. What's up?
There's an echo on my phone?
Yes. Hello?
She finds you as an adult, and now she's isolating you by deleting and blocking people from your life. A life she did not create with you.
Exactly. And medicine in the most egregious form of privacy invasion, to be honest. And actually, this when I told my dad that issue bothering me, he was like, what's the problem?
You are dad.
I told my dad that's the it's like, what's the problem? I just wants you to get good. What's the problem?
Man, you couldn't have had a bad buddy than your dad.
I was like, dude.
He should be your source of strength, an anchor of hope.
Exactly. And I'm like, dude. I'm like, dude, this is a serious matter.
Man.
And you are like, and of course, there are obviously a string of abuses, throughout And my dad is like, no, women talk a lot. Women talk a lot. So, kuongea kwa wanawake isikusumbue. Yet I've never seen my mom talk back to my dad.
Yeah, ask him, how do you know?
I didn't have the strength to ask at that time, but you get the point.
Yeah. Man, I am and it's a past story. It's like I am already in my head. I am scared of the situation as if you're already in it. You remember getting Givia, the guy who used to say, What?
What?
You had the worst ally.
The worst, bro.
Your ally was a sleeper cell.
Bro, the worst. The worst. Yet, of course, you know, when I look out and I'm like, hey, maybe there's something wrong with me, because I'm like, okay, that seemed it really bothered me, that issue of the medicine. But when I ask my dad, it's like, there's no problem. So I'm like, maybe there's something, you know, there's that dissonance. There's like, okay, you know, like ukijita mkutano, you're like, maybe I'm becoming too, I expect too much. You know, those are the things I was telling myself, like, maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe these things are not that bad. Maybe I'm overreacting. You know, because najiuliza, kwani how comes ni mimi tu naona shida?
Man, they are putting you in a position where you even start questioning your sanity.
Wallahi.
What the hell?
Wallahi.
You know things so clearly, has worked for you forever, and then when you tell them this one goes against your will and this one says it's not a big deal, now you start questioning your sanity. I'm like, am I the problem here?
Honestly speaking, I was like, maybe it's me who was a problem. Maybe I should take medicine when I'm asked to. Maybe I should go to the hospital. You know, I'm like, maybe that will bring peace. And this is the issue of how men get into this kind of, or even most married men who cannot talk. You know, I'm talking, this takes a lot of courage for my part to actually talk, right? But I'm so sure if most married men are to tell you what they're going through, I mean, it would be so much worse. It would be so bad. But they'll never talk.
Men used to look out for other men. Now they are suing each other to go make the same mistakes.
Exactly.
Or to make deliberate mistakes.
Exactly.
Okay, now it gets worse. From her poisoning your water with the medicine, it gets worse.
Yes. Now it's like at the time all these things are happening, now we are headed to the Russia, because when we went to see Mushi, we said we are gonna get back in a month or so. In a couple of months or so to speak, right?
Yeah.
And of course now time is passing by. We are coming to the end of the year, and at this point already, my dad and her dad have become buddies. And every time I talk to my dad, I'm like raising these issues, like no problem. So at a certain time, I stopped telling my dad things, because I'm like, I mean, it solves nothing. Right? I'm like, at this point, now you're actually a young dude, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because now, if you tell him anything, no matter what it is, it's like, that's no issue. So I remember just before we go to get things counted, you know, there's usually that day when Gutariro Ido, and then you go to the Rasho itself. So 2 weeks or thereabouts, I just decided maybe I should just go and meet my dad physically, you know, without anyone, and just talk to him about what I'm going through. And so I go and I tell him the issues that I have. And at that time, coincidentally, I'd already told the lady that, hey, I may actually go to Tanzania for a while because there's a big deal that has, there are things that are happening in Tanzania at the moment that would really favor guys in the legal or investment space. And the things that are happening is like they have a lot of mining rights that are being granted at the moment. So we have many companies coming from Australia, coming from the UK, setting base in Tanzania. So there's a lot of work currently in Tanzania. So it's like I actually feel like my intuition is telling me, the intuition that's never failed me, to be honest, up until that point, is telling me I should actually go to Tanzania, or at least find a way to get into the very, very top of circles in Tanzania. And I knew I could, because I rarely fail career-wise.
Yeah.
So what happened is, when I went to see my paps and I told him all these issues, of course, the answer to that water issue was like, she wanted you to get well. The answer to that issue of committing abortion and many body counts, I've sent you some of the screenshots. I'm sure you can have a look at how they look like, how I came to know that there were many, many men, some of whom are sleeping without condoms, etc. You'll see in those screenshots that I sent you. He was like, that's not a problem. I did makoma go komona view. Or stop, let the past be in the past and you focus on the future, which is exactly what a man should never do, because a woman's past is more important, extremely important, to determine your future. All right? But he had an answer for every question whatsoever. And at that point, when we are talking, the dad calls, now the lady's dad, and she's like, hey, I'm being told that this guy is going to Tanzania. I think it's very bad for a young family. If he's going to Tanzania, let him say now, so that we can cancel everything. We don't want that kind of thing. We believe he should be in Nairobi. We can even find him opportunities here. I can speak to a couple of people I know. And I'm like, dude, what's going on?
My God. Whoa. It's an intervention now to kill your own dreams, and be zero graced into this. Man. Her father now is in the picture.
Yes. Now there's double pressure now.
Yeah.
Now there's double pressure now.
At the height of your career,
bro,
they are herding you away from your wins, from your successes, from your achievements, into marriage.
Yes.
At the prime of your life.
At all costs, bro.
And you are so isolated. There is no other messaging coming from anywhere else, because everywhere you turn, those people are against you.
Exactly. Like, what was shocking about 2024? I think in 2024, I made more money than I've made in my entire life, multiplied maybe by 10, 20, 30 even. Yet I was the unhappiest man on earth. I was so unhappy, bro. I was so unhappy. So unhappy, bro. I was there, like, bro, if I didn't commit suicide then, I'll never commit it.
My goodness. It's like getting attacked by thugs, running to the police station to report the incidents, and you find the police were in on it with the thugs.
Yes.
And the thugs are calling into the police station where you are there to listen in on you trying to report them.
Yes.
My gosh. And this is your dad.
Yes, bro. Yes.
So now your plans are being killed right in your face of going to Tanzania.
Yes. Yes. And you know, the thing about these opportunities is, at the time I'm saying them, they're not fully ready. You get, like, they're
Yeah.
not fully cooked.
Yeah.
It's like, I know there's something going on in a certain place, right? So my goal should be inform these guys so that they can start preparing themselves.
Yeah.
And then I venture forth and look for all the networks and all the. I mean, that's what men do.
Yeah.
We like solve problems. You know, we are like, whatever it takes, you will find a way out.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's going there, whether it's meeting someone, whether it's calling, cold emailing, you will find a way, some way. But now, even before I start, bro, there's all that drama. And that's how I never do that thing, that Tanzania thing.
So you missed out on the deal.
Yeah. So that actually went. And now, as it's going, it's being replaced by plans for Russia, right? And they're like, now I'm being demanded for money to go in Russia because it's actually a lot of money.
And you're married into a rich family. You don't want to shame your own family by going there with a half basket.
And yeah, exactly. And of course, they do the calculation, etc. And everyone, my dad included, is like, that's a good fee. And the fee they're talking about is like 1.1 or 1.2. All right. So now I'm told you cannot go with anything less than 400K. Money I had, that's not a big issue, and honestly, money comes, money goes. Not really the king as well, but it was just that submission, that knowing that you're making a blunder and not being able to like make the call and say, fuck all of you, I'm not doing this, and I'm going wherever I want to go. Like, I should have done that at that moment. That should have been the time I would have said, I don't trust anyone at all in my life. I should now do my own thing. But I didn't do that. I just went ahead, prepared about, it was like 700, 800K, had it ready, and we did the Russia, my guy.
So, people who have listened to your voice notes on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
they are fixated on that particular moment in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Why were you not able to unplug what was going on your side? Forget about the pressure coming from your father, from her father, from herself. What was going on with your life? What is this thing that you couldn't grasp, or you thought you could achieve, or you could get, or you could correct in the future? What was going on in your life?
I mean, I've already described it. It was just to please my folks. That's it.
You wanted to please your father?
That's it.
At all cost?
At all cost, bro. That's it. I mean, I'd never got any recognition ever for all the number ones, number twos, ever. Nothing, bro.
And this is the first time that she is urging you and being proud of you for your achievement.
Yes.
In the worst place possible.
Yes.
He is telling you to desert your plans for greatness in Tanzania to get married. Your own father.
Yes. Yes. These are not like, I mean, just tell me if you hear me. And let me just...
Yeah, you're good.
Something. Let me just send you something. So the essence of it is I had actually tried to cancel once, and of course I communicated that to my pops. I gave him very many reasons, but I think what had actually made me stop is because as the ratio was being prepared, the things that men should provide and the things that women should provide. So I think my mom and her mom had an agreement where her mom would buy certain things in Nairobi and then store them somewhere. There was certain, I wasn't even aware of it. Then one day she wakes up in the morning and tells me, why is your mom telling my mom to buy things? Why can't she do it herself? What's wrong with you people? Why are you so lazy? And at that point, it was over. You get the point?
Yeah. Oh my God. Bro, you're saying you are used to her insults and that's not a problem?
Yeah, I mean, she's very insulting, bro. I don't know what's up with these kind of mamas. Very insulting. I've just told you one insult right now.
And some of these things you had alluded them on your voice note about
Exactly.
even the time that you are supposed to arrive.
Exactly.
Bro, people in the village,
Exactly.
don't leave the house that early. Why would they go to Adoni that early?
In that family, it's a woman-led affair. So it's like, come so that you finish early, and then everyone goes and has fun. But no one asked the question of, okay, when will guys leave home to get to the Adoni at 7, 8 o'clock? Surely.
In the morning.
In the morning, my guy.
She had packaged herself as a product that needed to be bought quickly before it expires at age 31.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yes, and I was the guy to do it, bro.
And you are being told exactly how you are going, the instructions that you are going to follow to acquire this very precious, perishable good.
Exactly.
So the urgency is in the perishability.
Exactly.
And you should put your people in check so that they can toe the line.
Exactly. And at that time, man, it's actually a lot of fights because it's like when we refused to say, when we refused to come that early, she of course was asking me, why didn't you force the people to come early? Why are you people not taking these things seriously? Why are you destroying the relationship? Why aren't you taking charge? And just throwing, drama and like walking out at night to like take a drive to cool off. I mean, it's the drama that I saw that those months, bro, were like drama on another level. I'm even shocked that I pulled through without messing up my work and my jobs and my clients. It's just crazy, to be honest, because it was like drama and dude, and drama, bro.
So,
and no one is honest.
This conversation with your father, the text you just sent me, was before the ratio.
Yes.
And he still forced you to go to the ratio.
Exactly. I mean, you should have heard the way he was talking to me when he calls me. So one, we weren't on talking terms after that. When he now called me and he said we must go on, think about your show, think about all the people we've called, think about our family, think about all that. He said something along the lines of, this cannot happen to my family. It can never happen. It has to go on at all costs. And of course, I just told him, I honestly was rude to him, to be honest, at that time. And so we stopped talking. So he was like using my mom's phone, calling me, and then he was just talking a very tough tone to tell me I must do and I must. You understand? Like I just acquiesced, my guy. I just acquiesced. I fucked up, bro.
And the ratio was happening in April or June?
No, the ratio is in December.
Of last year?
Yes.
2024.
Yes. That's why this message is November.
Okay.
You get.
Yeah. And believe it or not, you went to the Rurashio.
Sorry?
You went to the Rurashio in spite of all this.
I did.
With hundreds of thousands in cash.
In cash, bro. I mean, in envelopes and all that shit.
Guy Fafa. I mean, I know we rarely ask men this question, but what was your mental state at this point? Are you even present in that occasion? Are you listening? Are you participating? Or are you just in a roller coaster, in a simulation?
Bro, to be honest, I've never contemplated ending my life at any one point, no matter how hard things get. But this was one of those past times I felt like it's over. Because I was not in this world at all. And had no one to talk to. Because the person who should be on my side at all costs, I just said, we must go on. You don't matter to me as much as my reputation matters to me.
Our Kikuyu culture is done, bro. That thing need to be battled and thrown into the ocean. We have failed ourselves. How is that even real, bro?
I've sent you the message. You've seen it. It's not like I'm
So
throwing this on the side.
you are an only child,
Yes.
and she is an only child?
No.
Who does she have for competition?
No, she's the second born. There are actually three in the family. But they're all boys except her.
Aha, she's an only girl,
Yes.
and you're an only child.
Yes.
Why? Match made in hell.
Exactly. Serious. Get out of here.
What the actual fuck, bro? How can two, well, your own family, because they just want to get rid of this spoiled good, but they wouldn't package it as a spoiled good. They package it as the best thing that has ever happened in Moiga. But how can your own side of the family be so blinded? Their prized son has come and said this woman has committed an abortion and has several men lining up before I showed up. And they are saying that is the best one. Atumiani aukomona, he would say.
He didn't say atumia ne ukomo now. No, he said atumia ne makometo now muno. So don't think about the past. That was his analogy was there's no perfect woman. Based on what I understood him to say.
Man, this cannot be happening, bro. So you are there in December, dressed in those stupid Kikuyu costumes.
Yeah. I mean, there's even a theme. There's a theme that you have to comply to, bro. And you need to have like a couple of your boys around. All right?
So you pulled some guys from work or from your social circle?
No, from my social circles.
Yeah.
No one. It was like from guys I knew from elsewhere.
Are they married themselves?
No, of course they're my age, bro. They ain't married.
And they don't have the moral courage to tell you, run, Kenodia, run.
No. Let me actually tell you one thing. Yeah? That's very shocking. You see, all these guys right now, they're like looking for wives. All right.
This is a script. This is a script.
Let me tell you, it's so funny. All these guys, I tell them, dudes, do not get into marriage, do not do this thing, do not get there, and they like pull a Bible verse and say, there's one they pulled. We actually have a group where we talk business. Let me read for you something they just said just now. So someone pulled a quote and said, marry and you'll regret it. Don't marry, you'll also regret it. Marry or don't marry, you will regret it either way. And they were like, there is nothing perfect without challenges, but it is the choice and commitment to endure through and support one another daily. It is only what will keep people in healthy and long relationships. So to them, I know nothing.
There is no supporting one another in marriage. The man is the servant that supports everybody, and nobody supports him back.
Exactly.
I will say that again. There is no supporting each other in marriage. The man is expected to support everybody, understands everybody's problem, solves everybody's problem, understands everybody's emotion, respects everybody's emotion, understands everybody's feelings, respect everybody's feelings, but nobody cares whether the man has a problem, nobody cares whether the man has feelings, nobody cares whether the man has emotions. In fact, he is demanded never to show that side of him. So no, there is no supporting each other in marriage.
Of course, that I know. And there's something you once said, it's one of those statements that are said in our language that actually makes sense. It's like,
no.
The truth is, no one, you have to go through your own blunders, to know yourself. No.
How is this real life, bro? The prized bull, the prized son. Come on. In an alternative world, it should be the women in your mother's circle that are bringing their girls to showcase them to you. In an alternative life, women would be befriending your mother so that they can preposition their daughters for this prized son. But you are living in this reality where you are being pushed to marry a woman who is almost 2 years older than you. A woman who has confessed, and you have relayed the information that she has committed abortion to your parents, and they are like, what is wrong with that? A woman who has confessed, and you have relayed the information that she has had tens of body counts, and they are like, atumia ni makomago now. Don't worry about the past. How is that real? What culture does that? Well, the Kikuyu culture does that. What the fuck? So you are there in the ratio with these two guys that you have dressed in brown, and they have carried them some these Sere Mukwajo. And now you are there in a simulation, bro.
Bro, it was one of the worst days of my life. That one. Fuck. One of the worst days. One of the worst days possible to ever happen to any man. I'm telling you, bro. But it ended. You know, the thing about life is, no matter how dark whatever day you have is, it always turns around.
That's the greatness for the man. That's the one thing we have as men going well for us. That even this one, you shall overcome. There is always that guarantee as a man.
Exactly. As long as you do not let yourself go,
Yeah.
There's always a brighter day.
Yeah.
There's always a brighter day. There's always a brighter day.
She knows you hate yourself for being in that situation, but she socio-engineers you, and she comes to you with a smile and hugs and adorations and praises and tell you how beautiful everything was. I am just imagining that's what happened.
Bro, I shall try and condense some videos so that you see the drama.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Like a bull being led to the slaughter.
Yes.
They cheered and praised you.
Should have seen the women. Should have seen the women. So happy, bro. It was all laughter and laughter. But the guy who was seated there was like, dude, will you overcome this?
There was no moment in time even your mother broke character. Never.
No, you know, of course, my mom is under my dad's proper control, so she has no. I mean, even if she knew that what they were doing was, I could see she was very tense that day, to be fair. And she'd always, whenever we have this call, she'd say, "Are you sure you're gonna come? Are you sure you're gonna come?" All right, because she knew that I would do that. But then she also knew that I'll never go against. I never do anything to embarrass her. Like I told you, as of that time, my belief about, you know, validation from my dad meant the world to me.
You know, one thing I love about women. They see each other as women. That's why I'm asking you this question, because even daughters, when they become adults, they see their mother as another woman. They don't cloud the relationship to judge their mothers other than as a woman. And so I am wondering, when your mother knows that this woman has had multiple tens of body counts and has had an abortion, she did not snap into reality and say, "This is the wrong woman for my son."
Well, to me, she's never told me she's a wrong woman. Maybe in their discussions, I don't know. But to me, she did not, because you see, we never discussed anything with my mom at all.
Yeah.
Like I was discussing with my paps. I mean, there's nothing my mom could do. There's no power she had. So there was no point talking to her. You understand?
And now we go back to, if you wanted what your parents has as a perfect family, you would have to bring the woman to your mother for her to put her in check for you. Your mother now has no power to do that. She's been denied that power, so you cannot have what you emulate from them. Because the power dynamics have to be on the side of the woman to put another woman in check. But she is not being granted that agency.
I get it.
So December comes and December goes.
December comes, December goes.
Mm-hmm.
And there begins a couple of months that were it was so bad. It was so bad. I mean, now it's like, hey, you know, now we've done it, so now we should do a wedding before a child, and then now you should stop wearing these clothes and those clothes. So let me start with one of the funniest stories. So I usually work a lot, yeah. Like let's say even this voice note when I sent to you, it must have been like at midnight or thereabouts Kenyan time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I leave the office very late. I have a client call. Like honestly speaking, I work more than 100 plus hours every week. So I'd gone to work on a Sunday. All right. So I left work. I left home at like 7 a.m. I came back like at 8 p.m. Now when I came, I found very huge black bags by the door, and I was like, what's going on? I actually thought there was a bag or someone. So I got in and I found her rearranging clothes, and she was like, I'm rearranging clothes because I need some space for my clothes, and also I think you should stop wearing these other clothes. And she's like, my husband will not wear such kind of a cloth. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, who's married who here? You get like what? And those are the small cues that made me come to the point of like, fuck everyone now, because I'm like, I can't wear the clothes I want. I can't make a selection of my wife, but I'm still expected to rush here for her. I'm still expected to provide in that house, all right? And then and have no agency whatsoever. I mean, I can't be a slave all my life. There's no point in living anyway.
And the black bags by the door are your clothes?
Yes.
They have been picked and selected, and they have been banned from the house?
Yes. Yes.
And she also need to create more room on your space for her own clothes?
Yes.
See, Dalela has settled. See, Dalela has landed.
Yes.
And I don't even know how to ask this question. Are you staying in her house or in your house or in your house's house?
No, in my house. In my house. I've never
She moved to your house.
Yes.
That's why she is edging things out to make room for herself.
Yeah, exactly. And she's making comments like, I don't want you to wear these clothes. You may have worn them when you're going on dates with other women.
Oh gosh.
Kind of thinking, dude.
And she's constantly checking your messages to make sure that you've been fully isolated.
Yeah, and blocking people, literally. Like, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I told you that story, yeah?
Yeah.
Checking a number, I'm like, why can't I see the number?
Yeah.
I can't see the number. And then seeing it on the blocked numbers.
My gosh. This is now 2025.
No, this is now January 2025.
Yeah.
So now what happens this is that I start getting clients who are outside of the country. So
Yeah.
now I need to move out of the country, for long durations of periods. Like, for instance, I haven't been in Kenya for the last 3 or so months.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And I'll be back to Kenya maybe in a week or so, in 2 weeks or so. So now I start going out. And when I'm going out, remember, there's a wedding to be planned.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I do is that I cancel the wedding.
How did you do that?
So what I do is I just tell her we can't do the wedding at this time.
And she obviously throws a fit.
Of course. Man, now
And
that
she
that
calls
was-
her parents to put you in check. Probably even call your father.
Of course, because my father calls me, and this time I think he was also coming to terms with the fact that this thing may not work, because he told me now, you decide when you want the wedding, but I told him I don't want the wedding and I will not give any other additional date.
But you had already told him that in November. In this
No.
text message.
Now, when the wedding is cancelled, or when I cancel the wedding, the lady calls my dad, then my dad calls me. You get the context?
Yeah.
Then now, what she does is, I remember the day I cancelled the wedding, I was passing by Kenya. I was going to Dubai for a while. So I cancelled the wedding when I was outside of Kenya. I remember I was in some place in Rwanda. I just cancelled it over a phone call and a text. So when I came home, I think she did not expect me to come home as quickly. So when I came home, I found her clothes are not there. She's taken everything, and she's gone.
What?
And most importantly, she's left the ring. There's a ring I bought her. She's left it on the table.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Uh-huh.
So now, when I come back, of course, my dad calls me, my mom calls me, her mom also calls me. And she tells me, I know you and X are having an issue. We have no problem. Whenever you want the wedding, just do it. We have no problem and we accept.
What? They want to make you believe that you have gotten what you wanted. Control.
Yes.
That will still lead them to where they wanted to be. And you being denied what you actually want to cancel, not to postpone.
Yes. Yes.
And this move of removing her clothes and leaving the ring behind is a ploy for you to internalize it that you need to chase her.
Of course.
Which you did.
Exactly. Exactly.
The same guy who was so clear-eyed that you do not want to continue with this. When the room was rearranged, you fell squarely into the character they have just created for you. And now there was this sense of scarcity that was created. You are about to lose a good woman. Go after your woman, Kinothia.
Exactly.
And it worked like in the movies.
Albeit temporarily.
Bro, this is January.
No. We already passed January. It's sometimes in Feb. Sometimes in Feb.
Okay, this is February. Bro, the first time we talked. let me put you on the spot. The first time we talked was July 15.
Yes.
In August, I asked you, are you still together? And you told me, I woke up with her beside my bed.
Yeah. Correct.
So I am doing this because I have the information. This is February. In August, you are still the character in your movie.
Correct. Now, when I said albeit temporarily, I meant until I made the decision to cancel everyone out.
Okay? In February.
No, not in February.
Okay, so at the time now, you fell into the ploy for a time.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Let's reset. Let's go back to February now. The ring is on the table. Her clothes have been taken away. The house is now empty. The threat of losing a good wife is right there glaring at you.
Exactly.
And you folded your trouser and you chased after the woman.
Yes, and reconciled.
No way. No freaking way. There is my very favorite song by Taylor Swift. It's called I Did Something Bad.
But they love me.
And she says how she takes men on a ride. And she makes them believe that they saved her. And then she says, you have to leave before you are left. This is how this game is played. For them to want you, you have to leave before you are left, for them to feel like they need to come after you.
I get you.
That's exactly where you are put. You were coming from Rwanda, stop over in Nairobi to go to Dubai. You, in your head, you have ended this relationship completely. And then the movie set was rearranged.
Yeah.
And now you are put in a dilemma where you feel like you are losing a good woman and you have to chase her. That's why you remember the clothes were gone and the ring was on the table.
I remember that very well. I remember that very well.
And then your father, your mother, her mother calls you to put you in check.
Exactly.
And they have a similar message. I don't know why I'm giving myself this story.
No, true. I mean, it's there in the voice note. So I'd expect you to have it together with the dates. I've tried as much as possible to remember those dates correctly. You know, there's so many moving parts in that story.
So now you were coming from Rwanda for a stopover, and now you have been handed a new mission to chase after the woman.
Exactly.
So what did you do?
Well, so I called her. I told her I'm just postponing because of the struggles and the clients I have, but we will do this later.
Wow. You repeated the words of her mother to her.
Exactly.
And then she came back.
And then now she came back.
And you felt like a winner one more time.
I just can't explain what my father.
So do you leave for Dubai at this moment?
Yes. Yes. So I go somewhere. I start seeing, ask IQ, episode. After episode, I'm like, maybe IQ can help me figure out what to do, or what I should do with the scene.
Yeah.
And that's when, of course, he told me what to do.
Yeah.
And it's something I should have done, but I too much on validation to the forgot that there are certain people who will never give you validation, no matter how much you run for it. And sometimes the cost of that validation is your life.
Gosh. So by the time you are seeing my Ask IQ on YouTube, it's around June, first week of July.
Yes.
Whoa. So what did you do? You came back from the work trip. She's home now,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
and the band is back on her finger.
Yes.
So what is going on in your mind?
Look, I think after most of those travels, I came to the conclusion that I should end this thing.
Yeah.
And I also came to the conclusion of what I was doing and why I was doing it. And I also came to the conclusion that only I could save my life. Nobody else can do it for me.
Yeah.
So I did exactly what it told me to do. Initially, I was thinking maybe going to TZ would be an option. But then, nature conspired. I got this very long work trip that made me, leave the country for a while.
Yeah.
So before I left, I just stopped picking anyone's calls. And then I told one of my very good friends, who's a lawyer, to handle all communication for me and correspondence for me.
And at this time, was she still at your place?
Yeah. I just left. I just stopped picking people's calls.
And you are doing this as you prepare to leave for this long trip, or after you have left?
No, I did it after just before I did. Just before I left, I just stopped picking calls. And then as I was leaving, we had an argument, and I remember telling her this is over, and I just went, and I didn't pick anyone's calls. I just blocked everyone.
So I'm looking at the timestamp when you told me that you I found it. It was July 15.
Yeah.
When you told me you just woke up from the same bed.
Yes.
And on the 16th of July, you told me, I honestly need help.
Exactly.
You had not left the country at the time.
No.
But the plans for this long trip were in the works.
Yes.
And you saw them as the only opportunity for you to escape all this mess. As we had talked earlier before this conversation.
Exactly.
But she was still in your house.
Yes.
And you had a property jointly together and a bank account jointly together.
Yes.
So is this now why you involved the lawyer to disentangle you from that?
Yes. So my prediction was, one, she'll sue for a divorce, which I've not seen until now, and she'll try to disentangle these properties. So the reason why I was calling this lawyer is to deal with all that correspondence of divorces and getting, things done etc. I also knew that she would try to remove money from money market accounts. We had two of them. So that's why I gave this lawyer the correspondence.
So you're calling it divorce, but you're not married.
Yeah, well, it's a traditional marriage, so I'm thinking there will be a divorce.
Yeah. And the day you left the country for this long trip, was she still in your house?
Yes.
And what is the communication happening? How is the interaction?
No. So if you recall what I told you, just before I left, the night before, we had an argument, and in the argument, to her it was a normal argument. To me, it was the end of the relationship. So just told night it's over, and I took my bags and I had a flight for 1 a.m. and that's it.
Where is she now?
I don't know, but my caretaker told me she left,
Okay.
so I don't know where she is.
Okay. So you don't know whether she did the traditional crazy black woman and trashed your house?
I don't know. I don't know. But the caretaker told me she left, but I don't know the state of my house. I've not been to my house in the last couple of months, my guy.
You remember Johnny Depp case? Did you follow that case? I didn't follow much of it, but I followed the crazy parts.
Yeah,
The outcomes of the crazy parts.
The poop part, you mean? Yeah?
Yes, that's what I'm referring to. Hey, how did you know?
Yeah, I followed that case.
So you've been gone July, some of July, August, September, and now October.
Yes.
And you have cut out all these bad influences.
Exactly.
And your life, your heart is in a good place.
Very.
What a fucking roller coaster, bro.
Very, bro.
The last time we talked, you told me you're in the mountains hiking. Were you clearing your head?
No, it's not hiking. It's like there's a client who's up there in some mountains in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
You know, Sierra Leone it's like very mountainous.
Yeah.
Yet there's an ocean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me send you a photo. Yeah, so I was going to see a client. It wasn't anything about hiking or anything like that. Let me send you a photo for you to see how it looks.
So I'll ask you the cliche. Normally, I don't do that because I don't even believe in it. So what are you doing for your mental health? This is more of a Lingugi question.
Guys, stupid.
What are you doing for your mental health?
Just working. I mean, the more money I get, the better I feel.
The wins.
Exactly.
The wins. Yes. That's what makes a man. Winning.
Exactly.
Winning.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, bro. So, another cliche question. Are you dating?
Of course not. Ooh. Of course not. Ooh, not for... No. No, not now.
What do they say in Kikuyu about Koromo? Something Karome. There's a saying there about Erometo or something. The Kayaga Itari Nome. That one. The Kayaga Itari Nome.
Hey, my girl, Sicheze. Sicheze.
Ni kama movie, ni kama drama.
Yeah, but that's the story, my guy.
And yet it's a real story with real people in it, with real potential future, a prosperous, more promising future at stake.
Yeah.
So your folks have no way of getting in touch with you?
Yeah. So this lawyer, right, is a friend of my folks, huh?
Yeah.
He's a guy I work with. So the reason I chose him is because I can trust him.
Yeah.
Like to reach out to my folks, just to tell them I'm safe. I just need some space, and to also reach out to this lady, and in the event there have any legal correspondence, it goes through him.
Yeah.
Because I know it will it will end up in a legal way, one or another. But I think at this moment, the portfolio of investments I have, etc., I don't need anything from her, honestly. I only need one thing, which is to have her away from me as possible.
That's it. And I know in our language we say, Juranago. The money you took to the Rorashio is gone.
Yeah, let it go, bro. It's not worth my
That is the price for the character development. You had to pay a very high price because of these very, very artificial wins that you had made without any bumps.
Exactly. Tuition fee.
Now you remember. Now you understand why my client was telling me that she wishes her son fails sooner than later,
Yes.
so that he can recover quickly and learn a lesson or two about
Exactly.
solidifying the path to the wins.
Exactly.
Where. So, do you have any reservations about going back to Kenya?
No, I honestly have no problems, but I think it will be good for me to get a new apartment.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling there will be something
Yeah.
that will go on there. So I think getting a new apartment is in the works for sure. And I think I have no problems other than that, honestly. So I'm like, as soon as I get a new apartment, I get on with my life and keep winning. A man's life is ups and downs, man.
Because she's bound to bring drama back to your place if you
For
stay
sure.
in the same location.
For sure. And that's actually the reason why I did not do any explanations. Because I was like, the more explanations I give, the harder and harder it becomes to make a decision.
Yes.
So it's just best make a decision, deal with the consequences later.
So now, the question everybody is going to ask, because they have followed your voice note, and they have seen how you have been out-twisted to move to the next level against your will. Do you think this is the final permanent decision that you have made, that this thing
For
is
sure.
over?
For sure. For sure.
Umesema hapo na Kikuyu. For sure.
For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure.
We drink to that.
For sure, man. Let's drink to that in my apartment in Nairobi.
Yeah. Where? Jesus Christ. How heavy of a cross for one man to bear?
Really?
My goodness. We pick this story up from where we will leave it now when you get back to Kenya and you actualize your decision. Can we count on you?
Okay. Sorry, what do you mean? What do you mean you leave this story up? What do you mean?
I mean, I just asked you that if this is your final decision to end this relationship. But you have been here before, multiple times over, including coming back from a foreign country and finding the house empty and a ring on the table, and you went back to chasing the woman. So we pick it from here after you make another trip to Kenya and you're faced with an empty house and a ring on the table, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you decide what decision to make.
Count on me. Count on me. count on me. In a week or two, I'll be in Nairobi, and I'll send you a photo.
All right. We pick it from there. We see how well our Kenobi has recovered. More than me. Oh my gosh. Bro, is there anything else to say right now? I'll have nightmares for a week.
I mean, nothing else.
I'll find myself playing your part in my dreams.
My guy, I think after being through it all,
Yeah.
getting character developed, there's certain things you stop. And I think for me, I had to stop seeking any form of external validation.
Yeah.
And also being extremely courageous. Like, it takes a lot of courage to, like, do certain things.
Yeah. And you know, the way I was telling you that once daughters mature, they see their mothers as just another woman.
Mm-hmm.
You probably need to borrow that leaf and just see your father just as another man.
Yeah, honestly, for sure.
Because he has failed you. Intentionally, deliberately. Over and over and over and over. So, where is the father in him when you need that guidance?
Very true.
Some people are good being loved from a distance, as they would say.
Yeah.
And once you have fully recovered and you have made gains against the losses of relationship and the creation of a family, once you have done that, then you can bask in that glory and invite him to witness the new you as a full cycle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Man. I will tell you what I tell everybody else. Keep winning, keep winning, keep winning. Be very selfish with your money, with your energy, with your time, and with your heart. Be very selfish. Everybody around you has failed you. When you are generous with your money, with your time, with your energy, with your love, with your heart, they failed you. It's only fair now to be selfish.
Yeah.
And I don't sense it in you, but it's worth saying that you cannot internalize what this woman did to you as what women do to men. This is an isolated case because of lack of information on your part to have fallen and chosen the wrong woman. The right woman will still come. The beautiful ones have not yet been born. So don't throw the baby with the bathwater and generalize that all women are bad. The only thing you need is information on how to craft the rules of engagement in a game that you have rigged to your advantage to win. Not anybody else. Nobody else should be winning in the game that you play in. Only you.
I get it.
It's the only metric to measure the progress.
I get it.
Because you have ceded all the powers, all the control, all the chips on the other person, multiple of them. And they all won against you. So now the information should teach you in the future to craft the rules that will enable you to rig the game solely to your advantage. And people should enter into that engagement knowing that you are the only one winning. And they need to follow into their place to make you win and to assist you to win and to support you to win. Either it's your family or the mate that you're going to pick up in the future. Their role is supportive role, not competitive role. Because you are the winner here, through and through. When a man wins, the wife wins, the children win, the community win, the society win, the entire humankind wins. But the man has to win first.
Get it.
Okay?
I get it, man.
Yeah.
But thank you for taking your time, man. I mean, it's been close to 3 hours we've been speaking.
I've been waiting for this conversation since July. Here we are. All right. Let's keep our back channels open and communicating and updating each other on what's happening.
Okay.
And then we'll plan when we can toast to the success.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, please, don't be a stranger. Let's keep in touch.
Yes,
I'll let you know as soon as I'm in Kenya.
Yeah.
And then we can, we can toast to the success that's inevitable.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for being so candid. Thank you for sharing this improbable, difficult journey. I appreciate you.
Bye now.
All right, take care.